Gabby, have you got anything you would like to ask Ajahn today?
No, I really don't have a question, but it's more or less a remark, and it's good to know that one has such good friends on our Dhamma discussion for the platform. And when one feels unhappy or had problems and thinking the future and the past and the regret and all the problems which one thinks one cannot handle, and it's just the clinging to I, and your support to get better is really welcome. And the best thing is that one is always remembered that there is no I, that the goal of listening to Dhamma is to let go of the idea of the concept of I, and just listen little by little. And when I get out of the meeting, I have the thought that I think I look up this and I read this again, but normally I have other ideas what to do. Or well, I appreciate very much to be reminded there is no I. It's a stream of nama and rupa arising, falling away immediately. And yes, it's good to hear more about it and to hear often about it, because I forget so easily. Yeah, thank you.
And that's how it has to be, forgetting again and again, and back to the idea of I must sort out this and I must work out this problem, forgetting about dhammas again and again. And that's why we need to keep listening and discussing together, because it's so natural. And like you say, you think at the end of the discussion, well, I'll listen more, but then one has other chores and so on. But these are all dhammas too, still seeing, still hearing, still thinking, still opportunities for reflection. And as you say, what a absolute gem it is, the teaching of dhammas as anatta. No one here, no one there, no one that's agitated or in a panic or having anxiety or getting confused with the idea of self, just different dhammas.
Of course, we have to appreciate what is the development of the path brought by the Buddha, which, as we've said many times, is the understanding of whatever is appearing at the present moment. And I think there's a slight difference in emphasis on whether we think of the Dhamma in those terms or in terms of getting rid of the idea of I, because it tends to make us very much aware of when there's an idea of I, which is something that shouldn't be, and also it doesn't necessarily focus our attention directly on what is appearing at the present moment. And the other question I would like to raise, just for general discussion on this point, is that, of course, the idea of I is eradicated at the stage of stream entry. So if the goal of studying the Dhamma is to get rid of the idea of I, what happens for the stream enterer who has eradicated the idea of I? Is there then another goal that replaces that one? Or how should we consider this? Because it seems to me that the goal of the I, the studying the Dhamma, is just to develop understanding of what life is at the present moment. And as that understanding develops, then all of the akusala mental factors, including wrong view of self and wrong view of different kinds, fall away when the time is right for that to happen. just by virtue of the development of understanding. So I'm just raising for discussion the idea of having as a focus a particular aspect of akusala as being the goal of developing the path, rather than generally having a greater understanding of life at the present moment. Thank you.
Thank you. Good idea.
Well, it's a bit like saying the goal of developing the path is to have less akusala. And that is a very twisted, or that is a twisted idea of what it's true that as the path develops, the akusala is reduced. But actually the goal is not the eradication of the akusala, but the increase of the understanding which sees through to the, and the enlightenment is, of course, seeing through to the reality of the situation beyond what it appears to be. And in that sense, it's not becoming a better person, although, of course, that happens along the way. But I think it's a matter of emphasis, perhaps, but I think it's important because one approach keeps one's mind focused on the present moment and the reality that's there, and the other tends to lead one to be more caught up in what my present mental state is, and is there an idea of I, or is it akusala, that sort of thing. Thank you.
Yes, Acharn says often, be kind and study Dhamma, isn't it? Do I remember right?
Nothing to be done at all, but the moment of being interested in understanding the truth, the very, very deep and subtle truth of what is there right now, is the only way to understand how much ignorance in the day, and a little understanding of what has been studied, learned, and considered gradually, little by little. That's why what did Buddha say? Just that can be object of studying or considering about this very moment. What did Buddha say? See, why Buddha said? Because he is the enlightenment. Without his words of truth from his enlightenment, how can there be any understanding or attention to what is there as just really as it is, or not yet at all? What is seen, just that word. How much understanding of the truth now and any moment today? What is seen? It does not appear as it is. Is it right? Begin to understand the deep truth of what is there right now, to study, to learn to be a little more interested in the truth, that it can be known, it can be read, it can be studied, it can be listened, it can be considered anytime, but by conditions. If there's no interest at all, no one thing, what's the use of listening to just seeing, hearing, liking, disliking, and so on? But to understand that, to understand the truth, is there any truth right now to be understood? Someone might not know at all what is true now, what is the truth of this moment, or what is the truth in life, or the truth of life. No thought about it at all. Just live and die. Death can come any moment, any time. So no understanding of what is there. Just clinging with ignorance more and more and more to what which appears, but not as it is at all. It appears as something so very, very used to attach to it as something, on and on and on. As soon as one wakes up, I is there and everything is there. So learn about what is true and what is real. Is it temporary, so very short, or it is there, not yet gone at all? That's why just as we hear about many things around by different subjects, but what about understanding what is true now? So true that no one knows at all because it's covered up with ignorance of that which appears as something because of the rapidity of the arising and falling away unknowingly now of many, many different realities at a time. So it's possible to learn to understand the truth of what is there. Gradually, little by little, not just want to let go all ignorance, attachment, and akusala and so on. That's impossible. But learn to understand what is right understanding. And it's the function of right understanding only that can understand deeper and deeper and letting go that which is so deep and so subtle right now. That in fact or in truth, nothing is there. It's there when it's there, arising and then gone. All the time, unknowingly. Is the truth. Just learn to be true to the truth, that's all. To be true to the truth. To understand this moment as what is true now. What is true, what is real, what is there right now. So short and then gone instantly. But the next moment, something there to be studied, to be learned, whether it's just like that which has gone, but not the same one at all. Each moment cannot be lasting or anything at all. It's just there for instantly rising and gone. Is it true? And the understanding of the truth, even that very little understanding, can gradually let go, clinging to it as something so worthy, just to cling to, not be able to give away for the other's benefit and so on. Little by little, it works its way from moment to moment in each life, everyone's life. That's all. Very short. Life is short or long depending on conditions. No one there at all. Just moment of experiencing the object which is unknown until it can be known from hearing, considering, understanding, and being true to the truth of it, little by little. Is that can be done or can be developed in a day? In a day? How many moments? A little more. Firmer and firmer. Confidence of birth and death, on and on. No one there at all. No matter what is there, sorrow, pleasure, or what is there, just by conditions and gone. No one can own anything at all because actually there's no one. And what is there gone, it's not there anymore. So can it belong to anyone? Impossible, because it's gone. The way life is just a moment of experiencing and then gone all the time, from moment to moment, with or without ignorance, with or without attachment, depending on conditions. So truthfulness is so true to the truth. It does not deceive at all. How much understanding of what is there, no matter we talk about it, seeing. But is it attended to the reality, the characteristic, the nature of that, which has to arise to see? It has to arise by conditions. and gone. The more understanding, even so very little, from little to little by little, it conditions a little more confidence of the truth. And what is there in life change a little bit unknowingly. How come? Understanding the truth. So it's that what which is there can be known, can be studied. It's there to be known. Why not learn it, understanding it as it is? That's why we come together, listen to get together to the words of the Buddha, discussing, considering, to have a little more confidence of the truth. Nothing lasts. The moment of birth is only one moment. See, that's why even the other moment is just only one moment at a time. Exactly the same. But what is there in a moment? See, it's unknown until it's known, until it realized. No more doubt, no more attachment with ignorance, little by little, stage by stage. Even just hardness has to be learned. It's there, it's part of life, everyday life. If we don't talk about it, about what did Buddha say after his enlightenment, no understanding of even hardness, which is so real right now. It's so common in daily life, but take it as something not common at all. It's hard, but it's something. Diamond, tower, whatever is there. No understanding of its nature as just a reality which cannot experience the object. It's not sweet, it's not a smell, but it's hard, so real, and then gone instantly. The more understanding, the more moment of being attending to the reality of that which is there right now. No matter it's seeing or that which is seen or hardness or thinking or liking, all are there from morning to night. They can be understood little by little. But we have to hear or read or discuss or consider by conditions. It's a little more in life, in a day, by conditions. Maybe today or no more tomorrow, and then again, sometimes, who knows, all by conditions. But the more interest, it can condition time for discussing, reading, talking, understanding about what is there. Even we have talked about it, we can talk about it again and again because it's there. And there can be a little more terms or the manners or the way it is as it has to be there together with other reality, a little more understanding added. Like seeing, it's so real. It's not that which is seen. So the differences between the two, seeing sees, seeing no one, no shape, no smell, no taste. It's just a reality which arises to experience an object. And when it's seeing, it cannot hear. It just sees that which impinges on the eye base. And where is the eye base? It's not far away. As I see the moon, I see the house, I see a frog or a cat, so far away. But the truth is that seeing sees only that which impinge on the I base, it means that nothing is there at all, because it's only the moment of experiencing that which is seen. See, be true to the truth. It's the way to get closer and closer and closer to the moment of what is there as it is, until it's not the base of seeing, all gone, nothing, until what is there has arisen by conditions and gone. A little more added, understand no matter what is there, it's there by conditions. No matter its pleasure or unpleasant moment, it's there by condition. Irritation, doubt, it's there by conditions. It's real when it's there and gone. Who knows how subtle it begins to work its way? Understanding the truth little by little, having less attachment and ignorance of that object, little by little, so very little, depending on what the round of the Four Noble Truths. It has to be the first round before the second and the third round. All are pañca, different degrees of pañca. Is there now vidya? See, let's sing so long about just that which is now appearing, or what is there in a moment in life. So we can talk about any word Buddha taught for 45 years to understand a little more of the truth of what is there at any moment. Are we in darkness now?
We are in darkness, Acharn.
Yes, until it's there. Darkness, only aspect of light. Until it conditions the nimitta, shape and form, instantly. So instantly. And it's known as something instantly. Just wake up. So we are in the dream of people and things of the world until death. No more dream of this life, but another life. Dream again, dreaming again. Of that which is not there at all, not I. No I, not anything at all. Just that which is conditioned to arise and falls away instantly. So rapidly. So ignorance is there because it cannot understand the truth. It seems like, it looks like, it appears like something all the time. All the time. But in truth, just a split second of what is there. Not long, it's gone instantly. As soon as it's conditioned to arise to see, then gone instantly after seeing. Is it true? And this is the beginning of Sacca-ñāṇa. Never change. So no one except thinking, from seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, remembering of that which is gone, as it's still there. So no I at all. What is there as I, sitting, lying, speaking, all gone. That's the way to not being slave of ignorance and attachment anymore. Are we enslaved now to ignorance, attachment?
Yes.
That's why the teachings of the Buddha is about Vinaya, Sutta, and Abhidhamma. They are there in life. All are Dhammas.
And yes, because of being enslaved to ignorance and attachment and fantasy dreams about I and what I did and haven't done and will do and so on. That's why there are all the anxieties and worries and panics and fears and all the things that we chatted about earlier that no one likes at all because of these different dreams, different fantasies. And they were there were dreams and fantasies last life, yesterday, now. They will be there next life, and on, unless there's a little more understanding developing about the truth of no one here, no one there. Even the clinging is a Dhamma, the fear is a Dhamma, just different Dhammas arising and passing away. But usually because there's no understanding, there's just an obsession with those dreams and fantasies, taking them as being so real. But they're not. They're just objects of thinking, that's all. And the thinking just arises and falls away instantly after seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching. All gone.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gabby.